Battle over the state's voter ID law in South Carolina is heating up. The NAACP says it's representing 5 Benedict College students and joining the feds in the fight against the voter ID law in South Carolina.
Yeah, last August, the Justice Department determined that the state's voter ID law is discriminatory. The state sued, saying it does not discriminate. Now that case is in federal court.
New details in the battle over the state's voter ID law. Attorney General Alan Wilson is in a battle with U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder after Holder's Justice Department declared the state's voter ID law doesn't protect people from discrimination. The new law requires voters to show a picture ID to vote.
Heats up even more now, with some saying that students' rights could be in jeopardy. And the state's Attorney General in the middle of this battle with the nation's AG. We'll hear both sides up next at 6.
You have to have a photo ID to board a plane, to buy Sudafed, to get prescription medication.
Battle over the state's voter ID law is heating up tonight. The national NAACP says it is now representing 5 Benedict College students and joining the feds now in the fight against South Carolina.
Last August, the Justice Department determined the state's voter ID law is discriminatory. The state sued, saying it does not discriminate. Now the case is in federal court. WIS's Jody Barr joins us with an update on the latest developments in this case.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson is mired in a battle with U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder after Holder's Justice Department declared the state's voter ID law doesn't protect people from discrimination. The new law requires voters to show a picture ID to vote.
It treats everyone the same, regardless of whether you're young, old, poor, rich, white, black, Asian, Hispanic. Everyone is treated the same. You have to have a photo ID to board a plane, to buy Sudafed, to get prescription medication, and in some instances, to even go into a federal building to see your Social Security administrator.
Democrats want to kill the law.
All this bill does is take away people's right to vote.
That's the same argument the NAACP and a group of Benedict College students are making, saying students who want to vote using a school ID can't. They see that as discrimination.
If they don't have a birth certificate, or if they don't have a passport, then should they be disenfranchised because of that?
State NAACP President Lonnie Randolph says the Benedict students he's representing don't have driver's licenses and no other form of ID that would allow them to vote, despite having enough information to sign up for college and financial aid. Randolph says a voter's registration card is enough.
And those individuals should be allowed to continue to vote with their voter registration card. They hadn't committed any fraudulent act before.
If they're a student from another town in the state or outside the state and they want that city election or that local House race or Senate race, then they can have a driver's license or state identification card that shows that they live there permanently, not just for that semester.
Republicans say the ID law would simply require you to prove who you are when you vote and would ensure you only vote once. Wilson says the DOJ is wrong and has a message for Eric Holder.
I'd buy him a book called Constitution 101 or Constitution for Dummies. I don't believe that Eric Holder is a bad man, but I do believe he's a man with an agenda, and that agenda is to support his boss, the President of the United States.
The federal courts will have final say as to whether the state's ID law discriminates. Right now, you still have to show a picture ID to vote in South Carolina, but it doesn't have to have your picture on it. Under the new law, you can still vote without a picture ID, provided that you sign an affidavit at the polling place saying you are who you say you are. From the State House, Jody Barr, WIS News 10.